Iron is one of the element undoubtedly known to the ancient world. It has been used, referred in many of the references in the history. Let us have a glimpse of steel in different areas of use, be it an industrial component, be it a construction machine, fasteners used in different industries, the tools used for different application, be it in automobile or in manufacturing, the big road making machines, storage bins, heavy construction equipments, motor vehicles, and so on. So these steel has been used extensively in everyday application. Today, let us understand what is steel, what is iron, what is the relationship between steel and iron. You see a lot of things here, right? There is iron ore, coke, lime, heat, the finished steels, oxides. What are all these things and what is the relationship between each of them? So today we will understand all about the steel, from iron ores or iron oxides to the ore becoming a steel. So steel is amazing, and today uh, almost everyone touches steel on everyday basis, and steel is one of the most essential material in this current world. Steel is amazing, isn't it? Steel, one of the world's most essential material, used everywhere. It is fundamentally to every aspects of our life, from infrastructure to transport. Steel is a material of choice for many elements of our manufacturing, construction activity, transportation, machines, vehicles, cars, and so on, and various consumer products. Everywhere steel is there. Why? It is strong, it is versatile, it is recyclable infinitely. That means one can recycle as many as times he want to, so it won't lose its properties. With small tubes, steel can be made softer, harder, and so on. So infinitely it is recyclable. So it has lot of versatilities in it. Today, let us understand how steel comes to an existence. What is steel and how we get it from iron ores to steel making. I am Jagannath Kulkarni, and this video purpose is just to give an overview about steel. And the elephant you see here is in the Dubare Elephant Camp in Karnataka. Recently, I visited there. It was amazing place. Feel free to go there and enjoy the nature, and a lot of elephants are there. It's a great place to hang on for a day or two. A lot of nature and nature related stuff available there. Comment if you go there. Thank you. So let us understand, how the steel is done. So you see, before steel, we need to talk about iron. What is the steel and iron? Basically, iron has got a lot of carbon contents, and once you refine that and add a lot of alloys into it, steel is basically a alloyed form of iron. So steel alloy is an iron and the carbon steel. It is world's most important engineering and construction material, and like we said, it is used in every aspects of our life. So how the steel is done and what are the main ingredients of the steel? Basically, when iron has to be made, there are three main ingredients, and one of the ingredient is iron ore, of course. The iron ore or the iron oxides we talk about, which is a chemical name termed as Fe. And in the most steel manufacturing application, magnetite is the one ore which is employed very heavily, and it has got a very good iron oxides which is employed for making iron. Of course, there are a lot of refinery things, with that the hematite, goethite, and saturite are also being used as an input for iron making. And you see there all the chemical names of these things. So iron ore combined with the coal. Basically, coal is the one which gives heat. So for chemical reactions to take place within the iron ore, there is the input given through form of coal. Of course, coal is not used as directly. The coal is converted into coke, and how it is converted, I will come back and then give you some kind of an explanation or a small video about coal getting converted into coke, which is later made, I don't know, coal to get employed in steel making, it need to be converted into coke. So how that is done, I will take you a small video in the later, the next time. So basically, the coal is heated up in a high empty area, basically in absence of oxygen, and it is made porous so that the per area the heat availability or the current of energy availability in terms of kilojoule get increased, because coal become porous, and that's how the coal become coke, and coke is used in the blast furnace to create a heat. And with just these two, it is possible? No, because there need to be element which will take care of the heat is not getting lost, or there is a cover. We need to have a cover, that is limestone. So basically, the limestone is used as a cover, which will create a slag and the form of a layer on the blast furnace, which will make sure that when the temperature of the these iron ore get increased above 1500 degrees Celsius and close to about 1700 degree plus, it starts becoming a droplets of iron and getting start accumulated in the bottom of the blast furnace. So this is how all the three, be iron ore, coke and limestone, is majorly used as an input material in the process of making iron. And iron, with a lot of further refinement, is made as steel. So I will just take you through a short schematic update how the steel is made, or how the iron is made, and then the iron is converted into steel. Like we talked about, there are three major ingredients, be it a coal, be it iron ore, and the limestone. So all these three ingredients are used in making steel. And like I said, coal cannot be directly used, so coal will be converted into coke through coking oven batteries. And what is that? No, I will come back later. Then some of the high grade quality iron ores are used directly to blast furnace, and some of the ores are, like I talked about, need some kind of refinement, so they go through a process of fine grading and sintering plant, and from there it will be fed into the blast furnace. So you will see here, once we have all these ingredients available, so we have coal converted into coke, and then we have iron ore, the good quality one directly goes into the blast furnace. Of course, some of them need refinement, so they get into sintering plant and combined with the limestone. So all these three becomes an input to the blast furnace. So the one you see here is the blast furnace, and blast furnace has got a varying degree of temperature. When this blast furnace, you can see a few or few feet below the feeding area, the temperature could be about 200 degrees Celsius. As the steel comes down, during this process, lot of air is blasted, and as there is a mix of both coal and iron ore and the limestone, so it creates kind of a heating element. So the more the input get heated, the iron get reacted with the help of all these heat and the air coming into contact, and it's at around 1700 degree or 1500 to 1700 degree. The iron ore becomes iron and start in a droplet from here and start collecting in the bottom of the blast furnace. And the bottom of the blast furnace will have a two option, one to tap the molten iron and one to tap the molten slag. And slag is applied in some other industry as a byproduct, and the molten iron is taken, and now the iron is ready. This is the molten stage. That means it has got a liquid kind of a state, and it is very high temperature. So the molten iron is taken for further steel making process. So molten iron when it is taken into the steel making process, the one of the method is it is called BA furnace, or no, basic oxygen furnace. So BOF is basically a basic oxygen furnace where the air is pumped into the molten iron, and the carbon content when it is in the molten stage is close to about 4%. And with the lot of reaction happening through oxidization, the carbon content is reduced to 0.02 or no less. That's how the iron becomes a steel, and most of the steels we employ today in our day-to-day life is this steel. So this is how steel gets produced from merely ore from the earth crust, with the help of coal and the limestone becoming a steel. It's a fantastic journey, isn't it? If you know anything, please comment. If it is helpful, let me know. Thank you so much for watching this. Please consider subscribing this channel and hit that bell icon so that you can receive the next update from my side. Thank you so much and have a great day.